great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Midway through the year, we've got a moment to check out the Eastern Conference standings. You take a look at the home team. They are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in. And, of course, Boston, currently they're 5 spots behind them.
You know, for the Celtics, inconsistency has plagued them this year. When they're on, they look unstoppable. But when they're not, well, that's when the problems start.
Well, still a good chunk of time here for them to get back to who they are and playing their best brand of basketball. We'll just have to see if the coaching staff can get them refocused and re-energized in that time.
And the starting group for the Celtics. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. We've got Fred VanVleet, Alfre Shengun out there with Duren. And it's Bird in at the small forward position. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. 2 high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
Now here's VanVleet, 6 to shoot. The 11-footer, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
You gotta love how Shengun attacks on the interior.
Outside Tatum from behind the arc. Duren with a rebound. VanVleet with it. Pass to Christie. Here's Bird, defended by Brown. And it's Bird missing. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Here's White. An easy 2 on the layup.
Yeah, the way Tatum shares the ball really completes his package.
Here's Bird. And here's Shengun, defended by Porzingis. Shengun passes to Bird. Now Duren. Unable to get that one. Tatum with some nice D. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Duren. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
That's a forgotten skill as Porzingis able to get up there and throw that one away. He's finished top 10 in blocks a couple of times.
Here's White. Christie with a rebound.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Tatum. Holiday finds Brown. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Brown's got 6 points.
I mean, he'll just come right back at you. Brown with all the confidence that he can do it better.
VanVleet, the pass to Christie. 3-pointer, no good. Boston leading by 3. The ball's knocked loose. And here comes the break. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. Knocks down the triple. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Here's Bird. Last time, 45 points for him. 5 on the clock. Shengun, no good. Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
The home team calls timeout. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
To see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the Celtics. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they're not being questioned any longer. This is a strong team and one that is poised to be a big-time threat moving forward.
On defense, the Celtics. To the middle. In transition, here they come. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Man, Brown wanted that bucket. Now Jaylen gets to go to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Van Vliet scanning the floor to the paint. Duren. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here's White. Outside Holiday. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Shengun. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. Here's Bird. Puts it up. Porzingis grabs the board.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And they're on the break. Here's Bird. Good D by Porzingis.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. Shakes him. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And today will be the first game of 2 in a row between these two teams.
Yeah, these little mini-series are interesting. The first game is all about setting the tone, and both of these teams want to establish momentum early.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn, and they're not wrong. His terrific stature and his shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
Gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Van Vliet. Lays it up and banks it in. Van Vliet's got 5 points.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Pass to Brown. Takes a 3. Can't get it. Now 3 of 4. Shooting just 38% so far in this one. Van Vliet, the pass to Bird. Puts up a 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Count it.
Ready to shoot. Porzingis fires.
Van Vliet against Holiday. Van Vliet, the pass to Bird. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Pass to Brown. Here's the 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Bird, that's good.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
This one for 3. Second chance effort. And Duren lays it in. Duren's got his second bucket on the night.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Here's Tatum. And And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And he sinks the second.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Holiday against Simmons. Turin in the post. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Turin's got 6.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Now here's White. He's closely guarded. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Simmons, the pass to Shengun. Boston pulls it in. Last time they met in Boston.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Now here's Simmons. Still without a bucket. Shengun in the post. Working on Porzingis. Shengun, no good. Celtics lead by 4. Brown in the high post. 23 points his last outing. Porzingis in the post. Defended by Shengun. Offensive board. Another shot. Good D by Shengun. Shooting 43% to get this one underway. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
Over the past 10 games, his effective field goal percentage has really taken a tumble. In layman's terms, his offense just isn't as well-rounded as it could be right now.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Craig comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. The home team calls timeout. It's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games.
Recently, they've been effective in getting good looks. Field goal percentages are typically tied to the quality of your shots.
Caruso, the pass to Bird. It's his first trip to the line.
First team foul.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
Well, a big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Pass to Craig. Let's go with a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life.
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Here's Pritchard. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. Hey, great communication on the lob.
They're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Here's Bird, defended by Craig. Fader on the way. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now. Tipped away.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Bird.
2 minutes.
12 points for him. Three-pointer off the mark. A minute 53 left in the first quarter. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. That sends Al Horford to the free throw line. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Fournier comes in for Jaylen Brown.
Al Horford has seen so much in his career. He's become a valuable asset both on the floor and in the locker room as a leader.
Denied by Tatum, and he's able to get it back. Here's Bird, hounded by Tatum, and yep, it's good. Bird's got 14 points for the game.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Hauser. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do.
Thanks for watching,
right
man.
Now,
I appreciate you.
they feel like the fastest
Means a lot.
team.
Here's Pritchard.
Hope you're liking all the videos.
So no points.
Get upvoted.
An open look for Fournier. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Sharing the content and everything.
There's 47 seconds left in the opening quarter. Tatum against Simmons. And here's Caruso outside. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Now here's Tatum. Not a lot of room. And it's Bird with a rebound.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
And he comes up with a bucket. And now just a three-point Boston lead.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Durant out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Bird in at the three.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And for Boston, it's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Bird. Horford covering. Clock at 6. Bird passes to Durant. Puts the move on. Boston pulls it in. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Here's Pritchard, guarded by VanVleet. Pritchard, no good. Gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. VanVleet, the pass to Bird. Good. And VanVleet gets the assist. VanVleet's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, one thing about VanVleet, he makes the right decision most of the time.
Here's Pritchard. No points yet. With the drive. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. And here's VanVleet. Pass to Bird. Back to Van Vliet. Here's Bird. Fires from deep. Shireman grabs the board.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. His first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for your home team.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by Boston. Here's Bird. 20 points for him. Pass to Christie. Van Vliet with it. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Hauser. He's got 5. And Horford powers it home.
Pretty strong and physical that time from Al Horford on the inside.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Christie. He takes it in. And Craig pulls it down.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Pritchard. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Tries the spin move. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bird's got 7 now in this quarter.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Van Vliet outside. Here's Bird, hounded by Tatum. Got it. Now just a 1-point Boston lead.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Pass to Hauser. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Bird. Inside, Wagner. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Boston's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Pritchard. And no good. The dry spell continues. Gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight. One bright spot, however, was Jalen Duren.
Well, the bright spot, BA, would be that you wouldn't mention that again. So let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duren did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age. So the sky is still the limit for this young, big, physical player.
So both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Looking to get back on track. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Kind of a devious move by Tatum, pulling the defender in where he wants him.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far at the line.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
And Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown comes in for Horford, and it's White in for Pritchard. He hits the second from the line. Gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Simmons, the pass to Bird. Caruso outside. Here's Bird, hounded by Tatum. Clock at 4. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
3 on the clock. From the corner. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Bird's got 29.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Outside White. Tatum looking it over. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
You got to appreciate Porzingis, a willing screener, and he rolls quick to the open space.
Now Simmons. No points so far. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
There's so many plays where Drew Holiday will show you just how creative he can be with the basketball.
Got 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. Pass to Bird for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Here's White. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Bird. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Tatum.
Man, good whistle there.
So far, he's made all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Holiday passes to White. It's Brown on the wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Drew Holiday, shooting 1.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Caruso. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And he drops the first. And Caruso drops them both. Celtics trail by 3. Left side Holiday. And here's Horford for 3. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 4 rebounds now. Christie passes to Shengun. Pass to Bird. Driving in. Horford with some nice D.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
The 3-ball. Porzingis against Shengun. Porzingis sets a screen. White for 3. Offensive rebound. Celtics. Pass to Brown. And another shot. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
He's gotten so good with that pump fake. Brown, just a pro at drawing defenders up in the air.
And this will be his 2nd trip to the free throw line. The first free throw is good. The Celtics making a switch here. Craig's checked in. And both free throws good for Brown.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Now here's Simmons. He's scoreless.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Outside White. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Craig. 11 feet out. It's rebounded by Shengun. Gone 8 of 15 in the second. Simmons against Holiday. Back to Simmons. Pass to Shengun. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Holiday. Last game for him, he picked up 10. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Now here's Simmons. Watford outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Duran. Basket's good. Duran's got 8 points.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside White. Back to Brown. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Trendon Watford.
No debate there. He got hammered.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Horford, he's checked in for Craig. And both free throws good for Brown.
They found their rhythm at the free throw line this quarter, trying hard to make up ground.
Okoro with the ball. Yet to see a basket. And here's Simmons. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
White can't hit. Gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Here's Bird, defended by Brown. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Bird. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Connects from downtown. Bird's got 36 points.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Now here's Brown. 24 points for him. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Simmons. Holiday, that one's good. Holiday's got 8.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bird, defended by Brown. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 38 points.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Brown in the high post. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far.
63.
Up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
I've got a good idea who I want to see make the cut. So far, these results are close, but I know what I'm thinking. It's right there.
Now moving on to the Boston Celtics and the close first half they played.
You see their offense flowing tonight, especially in transition. Maybe all those extra practice drills are paying off.
Their coaching staff has to be pleased with the pace. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. They've got Duren. He's out there with Alfre Shengun. And it's Van Vliet in at point guard. And for Boston, Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Celtics trail by 6. Tatum from long range with the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. He has 7.
Well, Porzingis now playing with passion, engaged on the offensive glass.
Pass to Bird. Here's Christie. Three-pointer. Fires in the triple.
Hey, I'll tell you, it's hard to guard him any better. Sometimes he drains the 3 no matter what.
Outside, Brown. And it's all from three-point range.
Now they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Boston has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Porzingis for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Van Vliet on the wing. He's covered by Holiday. Bird passes to Van Vliet. Here's Bird. Brown with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Now, don't forget about Drew Holiday. He's got some ups. More than capable of getting up there to the rim.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Christie. Duren in the high post. To the left side wing. Bird. 4 on the clock. Boston with a rebound. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now Brown. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Pass to Christie. Here's Bird. Offensive rebound. Duren in the post. Tatum's there. Duren with the bucket.
And Duren has that length to corral anything around the basket.
Boston's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Van Vliet against Holiday. Tatum from long range. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got 5 rebounds in the game. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Duren. Nice D from Tatum. Boston trailing. White the pass to Tatum for the lead. Here's Porzingis. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Kristaps on the inside that time doing some damage.
Gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Shengun. Boston with a rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done to the inside. And Tatum fires one home.
Having added so much strength. Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the line. And that one falls for Tatum. Here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. Pass to Bird. The 3. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 6 assists here tonight. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. The 3. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Here's Simmons. No made baskets yet. Bird banked it in off the glass. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. It's a 1-point game. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. Brown passes to Tatum. No good on the triple.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Here's Bird, hounded by Tatum. Bird, that's good.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Tatum against Simmons. And it's Tatum missing. Gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Bird passes to Wagner. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now here's Brown. He's got 24. Porzingis sets a screen. And Brown rising high for the finish.
Yeah, tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown. A legit star in this league.
Pass to Bird. And there's the drive. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Bird's got 47 points.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Christie's checked in for Okoro. The Celtics also with a sub. Pritchard's checked in for White. The home team on D. 3-point lead. Now here's Simmons. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's Wagner missing. Brown looking around. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard from downtown. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Simmons. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Celtics trail by 3. The rebound by Simmons. Gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. Christie passes to Bird. Simmons with a screen on Brown. Here's Bird. Oh, trains the 19-footer. Bird's got 49 in the game.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Holiday up top. 10 points for him. A nice shot by Tatum.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Bird. He got it again. Sensational.
Well, he's been firing on all cylinders, and the defense just helpless to keep up.
And this gives him the third most 50-point games in league history. That's some elite company.
Yeah, sitting between Jordan and Kobe. And when those are your peers, you're doing all right.
And that one's good.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Now Simmons. No points so far. Here's Bird. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got rebound number 7 tonight.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Back to Holiday. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Brown. Tightly guarded. For the tie. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Porzingis. And that one drops. Porzingis has got 11 in the second half. Gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Simmons with it. To the left wing. Wagner on the wing. Defended by Porzingis. And it's Bird missing. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. Back to Brown. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And some changes here for the Celtics. Horford, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Craig comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in for Drew Holiday. And here's Brown. He's got 26. A minute 37 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Got it from about 16 feet. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
A superb mid-range shooter. All Brown needs is some separation, and he's ready to pull up.
Brown against Simmons. Pass to Christie. Now here's Simmons. 5 points in the game. Here's Bird. Lets the 3 fly. Horford pulls it in. Craig with it. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Bird passes to Christie. And here's Van Vliet. Wagner with a screen. Van Vliet outside. Here's Bird, defended by Craig. And the shot goes in. Bird's got 53 points.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Horford outside for the tie. Oh, Simmons with the block.
Oh, what a swat by Simmons, using his size and reach to bat away the shot. Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And here's Brown for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Leading by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assistant. For the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Okoro, Jalen Duren out there with Alfre Shengun. Then it's Alex Caruso, and it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. And Okoro gets it to go.
When he's shooting off the catch like this, these are signs of some remarkable improvement in Okoro's game.
Horford, a screen on Caruso. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Caruso. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Here's Tatum. No good there. Okoro, the defensive effort. Duren in the post. Defended by Craig. Christie passes to Caruso. Now Shengun. Tries again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Al Horford.
Yeah, Shengun's aggressive style is what gets him here.
That one's off. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alfre Shengun has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his 3rd year, Shengun has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11" post guy. He is so skilled.
Right side Tatum. Ooh, rugged finish from Tatum.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Caruso outside. Shengun, the screen. Tries it from 19. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
We love to see Shengun's confidence continue to grow. Just fantastic work off the catch.
Horford against Shengun. Now here's Tatum. The D's right on him. Here's Hauser. From outside, off the mark. Gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Okoro passes to Caruso. Pass to Shengun. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And I love when Shengun is aggressive inside, making the D foul him right there.
Alfre Shengun, 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Holiday's checked in for Boston. And he's good on the second. Celtics trail by 10. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. The three-pointer off the mark. Shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Pass to Christie. Back to Caruso. 6 to shoot. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Horford. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Caruso. From outside the arc. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Very concentrated effort on Horford's part to bully his way inside and draw the foul.
Al Horford, 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Greg?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Nice shot by Simmons.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Celtics trail by 12. Now Tatum. 4-3. It's hauled in by Landale.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Caruso, the pass to Christie. Back to Caruso. Inside. Here's Wagner. Boston pulls it in. Tatum with it. Wagner picks him up. Pass to Pritchard. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Landale.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Now here's Caruso. Soft touch off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Holiday from long range hits the trifecta.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Caruso with it. Simmons, the pass to Wagner. They get it again. Here's Landale. Horford with some nice D. Celtics trail by 11. The shot by Holiday, no good. Gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Landale, the pass to Wagner. That one is off. Nice D from Tatum. Boston has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Holiday passes to Hauser. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 9 assists now tonight.
Great pass from a great leader, Drew Holiday.
The home team calls timeout.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
It's hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Tatum. Tatum knocks it down. He's locked in right now.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Shoots over Tatum. And good! There's another! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Outside, Brown. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
And here's Van Vliet. Duran, the screen. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his third foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for Boston, number 9, Derek White.
Here's Bird, hounded by Tatum. It's stolen by Tatum. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame. He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. With the floater. Just 5 to shoot. Brown passes to Holiday. Three-pointer. And it's Bird with a rebound.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Launches a three. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side. Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Over Tatum. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And that one falls for Tatum.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. Pass to Bird. Back to Van Vliet. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
I mean, you have to love the intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
Now here's White to the middle. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, assertive play there by Brown, rising to the challenge of the moment.
Now Van Vliet, pass to Bird. Back to Van Vliet. Now here's Shengun to the paint. Here's Bird, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Celtics trail by 3. Holiday passes to Porzingis.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. The kick out to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Bird. There's the triple. And got it. Another basket. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
There's Tatum with the 3. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. spins. 1:07 left in the final quarter. Duran the screen. Inside. Brown with the steal.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And it's in. And now they trail by just 4.
And this guy is made for these moments. Tatum, the big-time shot.
And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth. Bird passes to Christie. Tatum brings a double team. And stolen by Brown.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And an intentional foul right there.
15 foul. At the line for 2.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Ben Simmons is checked in for Van Vliet.
Coming on the floor for your home team, number 25.
There's 25 seconds left in the game, and the call will be against Alfre Shengun. That'll be a second foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
.23 seconds left to play in the fourth.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
There's 18 seconds left in the final quarter. Holiday finds White, launches it, and it's Bird with a rebound. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
And Boston calls time here. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, act fast, but without mistakes.
Oh, nails the triple!
3.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now to present our player of the game.